What's up, true gamers out there? This is Sega Man back here with another video. This is a great video I'm going to do today because I heard some exciting things on the interweb and on YouTube. There's two systems here that I'm going to show you and we're going to celebrate in this video. The one I recently heard of that they're remaking is the Intellivision. The Intellivision is a very, very old system back in the day that people enjoyed when there was no fighting over what's better and not much of like they do today with trolling and different things like that. This is a very old system and some of you guys might not know about this system, but they're remaking this system. And there's a famous guy that used to be on G4 named Tommy Tellerico that I believe is actually president of this and is funding this. And it's a great thing to hear that he's doing this and wanting to bring this genre of gaming back to the people today for the younger, true generation gamers that enjoy games. And they might find some interest in the Intellivision. But what I want to do is show you the original. This is the first video version of my box systems. This is the original Intellivision. Now you might be hearing something inside the box, okay? Let me give you a little story about the original Intellivision. My uncle, he called me one day or texted me, and he asked me if I wanted this game system called the Intellivision, and I said, yeah. And I'm thinking he's going to charge me for it. You know, how much do you want for it? You know, and he just said, do you want the system or not? And I said, yeah, I want it. So he actually gave it to me. I didn't have to pay nothing for the Intellivision, and it is complete. My uncle gave it to me as a present. He just gave it to me. I asked him if he wanted something, and he said no. So my mom picked it up for me, and I picked it up from her house later. But this is a boxed Intellivision. It's not going to be in its greatest form because some people just don't take care of their stuff very well. But to have this boxed Intellivision and look half decent like it does is great. And plus to have it for free is really awesome. But this is the front of it. I'll show you the back of it. And yes, it does have some wear and tear. But the thing is that it's boxed. And if you can see very well, I mean, back then, yes, it wasn't, you know, super duper graphically enhanced. But for back then, people were, you know, they were amazed by this. You know, to have this gaming system in their house and playing these games. Now a lot of them did have sports games, and yes, there was some adventure type games on there and shooting games and stuff like that, but there was also a lot of sports games on this system. But they're bringing this back, and I'm excited for that because I am a retro collector and retro gamer also. But it's great to hear that they're bringing the Intellivision back. But I wanted to show you the real coup de grace, which is the original Intellivision in the boxed form. Now what I'll do real quick is I will take it out for you. I'll take it out real quick and I'll show you. A lot of the games are in here with it. I'll show you what a couple of the games look like. They're all inside of here. But this is Donkey Kong for it. Now see, some of their games had like covers like this on the front of it, but I think the original games didn't really have the covers on it. You know, this is Skiing. It just looks like that plain tape you put in. This is Night Stalker. Picked that up for $1 at my local exchange. This is a great game. I have this on the original Atari 2600. It's called Atlantis. And as you notice, these cartridges are smaller than the original Atari games. And let's see. I don't want to make the video like super duper long, but these are some of the games. Like it had Space Andromeda, Surfer. Let's see. A lot of these games you see in the red actually came with the system. He gave me these with the system. Star Strike, Sea Battle, right there. I mean, there's a lot that came with it. The ones that have the dollar on it, I bought. I bought for $1 at my local store. This baseball and hockey, that came with it. I got this one for $1. It's Armored Battle. That was $1 at my local exchange. And let's see. Man, there's a ton of these in here. Well, a lot left. And then there's boxing, National Soccer, and Astro Smash is a great game. I played the hell out of Astro Smash. I love this game. But those were the games that were in there. A couple of my friends coming on Xbox. Getting ready to play State of Decay 2. Let's see. Slam Dunk, a basketball game. That came with it. And we got poker and blackjack. And we also got auto racing. So most of those games that I showed you right now came with the system my uncle gave me. But let me show you the system real quick, and then I'm gonna get into the second half of the other system that we're celebrating. So let's get this out real quick. This is the original Intellivision system. It looks like this. Some people are like, man, that looks pretty primitive and old. But these are great systems to collect for, because it was a different era in gaming, different time. You know what I mean? And it was just, when gaming was, starting. And yes, it's in the wood finish and all that, but this was the big craze back then, guys. I mean, this is where it all started. The Xboxes you're playing and the PlayStations and Nintendos, it starts way back from when these guys here paved the way for gaming. So you should always respect retro gamers and respect retro gaming. Because they paved the way for you, what you're playing today. This is what the system looked like. Everything was already hooked in the back. This hooks up to the TV. I still have my old school TV where I can hook it through there. Now you're not going to probably you might be able to play this on a 4K TV with some kind of adapter. I don't know, but the plug was actually built into the system. So that's the way the system looks for the Intellivision. I'm going to put this back in real quick and get to the other half of the video here that I wanted to tell you about. Yeah, but I tried, when he told me about this, I was very excited to get this. And this box is very fragile and it is kind of falling apart. But I try to keep it in good condition as I can. And every once in a while I will hook it up and play it. A lot of retro gamers do play their systems, but a lot of them put them on the shelf, you know what I mean? And keep them as pieces for their collection. Now the next one I want to celebrate and show you real quick. As you know, the new Sega Genesis collection came out for the Xbox One and I think in the PlayStation. I don't know about the Switch, but that new collection came out, right? And there's a whole lot of different Sega collections that come out. Some people wish that they would bring out a Sega Saturn collection or a Dreamcast collection or even a Game Gear collection. That would be cool to put on these systems so people can enjoy those other types of games. And I'm very happy and excited that it is out. And I will maybe purchase it someday when it goes down in price, because as you know, I am the Sega man and I have a lot of Sega Genesis stuff. So let me show you something from back in the day that I was very excited for and that I picked up at launch. This is the original Sega Genesis in its box. This is what it looked like. But one thing about this though, the original Sega Genesis that I owned back then, I don't have anymore. Because when I first got the Sega Genesis, it had the Altered Beast character on the front, not Sonic. So this is the second wave. The old school original one that first came out, this is still one of the originals. But it came with Altered Beast, and it had Altered Beast on the front. Now I don't have that one, but I do have this one. And when I used to go to a doctor, right? And, talking about personal things in my life and things back then in the day. She had this. She had this in her office. And I said, you like Sega Genesis? Real older lady. Oh no, a person that I used to see, she gave it to me. It was in her basement, and I told her I'll take it. I didn't want her to throw it out or do anything else with it. I said, well, if you're not interested in it, can I buy that off of you? And she said, you can have it. You can have it, because I don't have any. My kids are all older; they're not into that. It's just I have it as a piece in my office. You could just take it home when you leave. So I got this for free, boxed, with everything in it, and it looked like it was never even played much. So I mean, that was back then. I was very fortunate to get this. You know what I mean? I was excited, man. You don't know how excited. And I even asked her, "Do you sure you don't want something for it? I give you what, 20, 25? I mean, do you want something for it?" She said no. She said I could have it. So she gave it to me. So this is the original Genesis in its original box. And then I'll show you the back real quick. There's the side. And there's the back that shows all the games that were coming out or were out for the Sega Genesis. And you know what a regular Sega Genesis looks like. So, I mean, if you want, I'll take it out. But some of you know what it looks like. You know what I mean? But that's the back of it and the cover. You know, that's why I love gaming back in these days. You know, that's why I like listening to people like Hebot and old school gamers. You know what I mean? Because they have a lot of knowledge, and it's good to hear other people's perspective of their gaming past, like Hebot and a few other people that are on YouTube. But this is a great system, and if you can find a Sega Genesis, even if it's not in the box, pick it up, buy the pieces for it, and try to collect some of the games, because you could still get some of the games out there very cheap. You know what I mean? It might not be the big, huge games that you want on there, but you know, because a lot of Sega Genesis games are very expensive, especially in its original form with the case. But this actually came in the styrofoam. Let me see if I can get this out, man. I don't really like pulling this out much, you know what I mean? It's really in there. But, yeah, it has everything in there. Inside there, I'll show you real quick. Try to hold it up for you. You know what I mean? The plug and the system and the original controller and everything. But that's it right there in the styrofoam that it originally came in. Now downstairs I have another original one of this put away, and I also have, and I'll show you guys later, I don't have the box for it. I have the Mega Drive, the European version of the Genesis. For my friends owned a game shop here in PA, and one night they asked me to come down to their shop, you know, and I was like, all right, well, I was kind of busy. He's like, oh, no, just come down. It was my birthday. So I go down there. I should have videotaped it, and I didn't. I go down there, and they gave me a Sega Mega Drive for my birthday. I was stoked, man. I was. For my birthday. They didn't want nothing for it. And those are not cheap systems. The Mega Drive, I don't believe, is cheap at all. They gave it to me free for my birthday. So in turn of that, I bought a couple Mega Drive games that they had in their mom and pop shop to go with my system. And I will do a video on that later. But I was very excited, you know, to get that Mega Drive. So the moral of the story is here for this video is I am very excited to see that these old systems are coming back in 2018 and they're trying to remake them. Now, a lot of people might not be turned on by some of the games that are coming with these systems that are already out, but these are cult classics. And if you like those 16-bit graphics and 8-bit graphics that they're bringing out for these games, you know what I mean? Support the gaming community as a whole and buy these systems. You know what I mean? Or if you find anything out there, you know, at a flea market or a garage sale, old school systems, and you want to get into collecting and buy the original, it's a great thing to do, man. I've been doing this for years. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I am an older gamer. You know what I mean? One of the old school gamers. I'm in my 40s. You know what I mean? And I've been doing this for a very long time. So, collect, man, even if it's for Nintendo. The PlayStation 1 and the Saturn are old school systems now, you know. Even these ones that go way back. I got systems that go way back. Also, like I have an Odyssey boxed, an Odyssey 2. I have an Atari XE. You know, I'm going to show you guys these in a later video. This video is going way over, but I'm excited, and I wanted to show you the original system of the Sega Genesis and the original Intellivision, which they're revamping. It's a great day and great time for gaming, guys. And I also want to thank you for watching my videos. There's a dude that does, he's a kind of different dude. His name is Comic Book Dave. He seems like a really cool dude. He collects video games and comics. Check out his channel. He seems like a really cool dude. And shouts out to my friend Randy Rambo and Carly, Sire649, Asian Sleepy, Hebot, J Long, a lot of people that watch my videos, man. I really appreciate it. And I'll always subscribe back if you subscribe to me. Remember, keep gaming, do things that make you happy, and stand up for your fight in being a true gamer and getting rid of all the negativity in gaming, because we don't need it today, guys, with the way the world is today. Sometimes that's all we got to turn to is video games. Let's not make video games a doom and gloom thing and negative thing, okay? So take it easy, guys. I'll talk to you later. Everybody have a good weekend. Game on. Have a good time. And I'll talk to you later, all right? Peace. And always remember, Xbox Addict for life.